Hello, everybody.
Hello!
Welcome.
Late night social distance live. Late night live.
The insanity.
It's insanity. Thank you for joining us. If anyone is joining us right now, is anyone there?
A few people are joining us.
Nice. All
Comment,
right.
say hello to us. Please share this to get everything
I'm trying to pull it
started.
up.
So we can get the numbers off the ground. This show is really, really special. I think Tom Waits is a curmudgeon, so he definitely wouldn't like us. But if he weren't an insane curmudgeon, he would love this show. I saw Tom Waits once at the museum I work at, and he was like staring at everyone, daring them to like recognize him. So I didn't. But yeah. But he's an awesome musician.
15. All right, we're getting there. I'm good to go whenever.
Yeah. So everybody just share, because this is it's gonna be crazy. Okay, and I just want to say about Social Distance Live business while we're here. Immediately, so this show is late, and we know that, but please stay up. Just slap yourself, whatever it takes. And then I'm going to broadcast this show again, so I won't do anything different. I'll just play this video again tomorrow at 11 a.m. If you're an artist on this show, you could share that, and that would be awesome. Get the word out for that. And then on Sunday, we have Songs of Protest, which is going to be a great show. It's a bit weird to go back to back like this, but that's what we're doing. And then on Wednesday, I have a really cool spotlight show with Late for the Train and Lee Jones. That's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Late for Train just had their album released today, so they'll be showcasing some of their new tunes. I'm really excited to work with them and with Lee. Can't wait. So that's on Wednesday. Sunday, Songs of Protest. Tomorrow, replay of this. And then today, Tom Waits, Frank's Wild Years.
All right.
Past midnight.
Should we just go into it?
Yeah, whenever. Take it away, Josh.
All right. Just want to give people a couple more minutes, but I think we've been pretty good. So we're here to do the entire album, cover to cover, of covers of Tom Waits' 1987 album, Frank's Wild Years. This is, in many ways, the final, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it was the final mountain that I scaled in the Tom Waits mountainscape. It's one of the odder ones, and it's a beautiful one, and we have some warriors, some true musical performance warriors out there, bringing these songs to life. Let's just get right into it. How about that? All right. 31 people. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, there's a few more people watching elsewhere.
We're having fun. Is anyone? Can someone comment? I want to make sure that. This thing isn't good at seeing the comments, so if there's anything funny in the comments, let me know.
I'll try to check as well.
Cool. All right. Now, folks, there's a 1983 album by Mr. Waits called Swordfish Trombones. That's one word. Don't you forget it. Swordfish Trombones is a wonderful album. It's a turning point in the career and the artistic growth of one Mr. Tom Waits. On that album, there is a track that gave birth to the entire album that we are about to delve into. The song is called Frank's Wild Years, and if I may recite it. May I recite it, James? Do you mind?
Yes, go for it.
If you know this at home, just say it along. Well, I hope you're having a cup of black tea or something too, because this is going to be a little bit of a journey. Well, Frank settled down in the valley, and he hung his wild years on a nail that he drove through his wife's forehead. He sold used office furniture out there on San Fernando Road, and he assumed a $30,000 loan on a 2-bedroom place. His wife was a spent piece of used jet trash, made good Bloody Marys, kept her mouth shut most of the time. They had a little chihuahua named Carlos who had a skin disease and was almost entirely blind. They had a thoroughly modern kitchen, self-cleaning oven, the whole bit. Frank drove a little sedan. They were so happy. One night, Frank was on his way home from work, stopped by the liquor store, picked up a couple of Mickey's Big Mouths, drank them on the car on his way. Went to the Shell station, got a gallon of gas in a can, drove home, doused it. Everything in the house, torched it. Parked across the street, laughing, watching it burn, all Halloween, orange, and chimney red. Frank put on a top 40 station, got on the Hollywood freeway, headed north. Never could stand that dog. Thus ends the story of Frank on Swordfish Trombones, but it is by no means the end of Frank and his wild years, because in 1986, I'm getting ahead of me there, 1986, they put on a play called Frank's Wild Years. It is written by Tom Waits and Kathleen Brennan, his wife and co-writer. The Steppenwolf Company Theater in Chicago performs this for 3 months in 1986. 3 weeks out, the director resigns. It's a crazy, tumultuous kind of thing, but it made this beautiful play called Frank's Wild Years. And now a lot of people know, oh yeah, it was a play, but we found the script to this play, actually, people, and so we're going to do some of the scenes or some of the monologues or whatever for you in between the songs tonight. Okay, so they recount in this play. They recount Frank leaving a town called Rainville, and here's a little bit of a recounting between. I'll be Frank, and James will be Willa, Bongo, and Dag.
That's right.
Characters at this bar. Okay. Take it away, Willa.
You could have just divorced Beverly, Frank. I mean, it's not as dramatic, but it is effective.
It would have dragged on for years, and the attorney's fees, and the big time was calling.
I wouldn't know much about that. Sorry. The big time. You can make it there with the right song, Frankie.
That's right, Bongo. That place over the hill, that place where all the broken watches are. Somebody winds us up when we're born, but we're all just small pieces broke off of the big time. When we stop ticking, we go back up to that big clock, wait for a chance to come back down and swing again.
Now, what in hell is that supposed to mean?
That means I left town, Dag. I got in my car, I drove out of this little town. I stopped at Spot Goes and said, Larry, you fill it up with Supreme. Check the tires, Larry, I'm going places. I got on that road, I drove past the slaughterhouse, I ran that light on Market Road in Sutter's Mill for the last time, and I got on the road. It was cool, it was clean, a silver-blue runner down a long black hall, the weather vanes disappearing in the rearview mirror. I leaned on the horn, passing everything in sight. Our first song for the evening is St. Christopher, sung by Sebastian St. James. Take it away, Seabass. Sebastian St. James, St. Christopher, kicking this thing off, starting us on this journey. Thank you, everybody, for being here for the late night showing. This is our cult movie night with Tom Waits, Frank's Wild Years. Now, folks, I'm not going to talk too much. I told James I was not going to say too much beyond the amazing stuff we're going to be exploring the play and whatever. But I have to put this into some historical context for some of you. All right. 1980, he does what could be his final Barfly album, Heart Attack and Vine. In it, he is really pushing more towards this electric, screamy place, but still hasn't quite made this leap as far as I'm concerned. He makes a leap into crazy land. If you know Tom Waits, you know what I'm talking about. Swordfish Trombones was a huge departure from his earlier style. I got to tell you, people, if you are really into this, you should listen to the soundtrack, 1982's soundtrack from One from the Heart. One from the Heart is an album that not many people talk about, but it is the soundtrack to a Francis Ford Coppola film that Tom Waits composed, and this is the movie that he met Kathleen Brennan at. They've become married and co-writers and change everything. You got to listen to that album because you start to see the fold between the Barfly Waits and the Swordfish Trombones circusy Waits, and the album kind of takes a little bit of each, and it's this beautiful kind of farewell to the Barfly material. But then he does the big three. The Holy Trilogy is Swordfish Trombones in 83, Rain Dogs in 85, Frank's Wild Years in 87. Frank's Wild Years, as far as I'm concerned, he goes to a certain level of depth into oddness that he perhaps maybe never quite reaches down that deep into something as experimental as that. I'll say. I feel like he dug deep into something with these three albums and with Frank's Wild Years in particular that he was going to be mining for the rest of his life. It happens, and it really reaches its deep point right here at Frank's Wild Years. It's kind of it's a high watermark in some. Not to say, I mean, his later material is better in so many ways, but he really drills deep into the caverns with these three. And Frank's Wild Years is where he just really sticks something in the ground. All right, next, speaking of showbiz and making albums and stuff, we have the next song is Straight to the Top. And who are we saying is in this? This is Joshua James Jackson. Are we naming other people, or is it all under Joshua James Jackson? And friends. Joshua James Jackson, and he's got some crazy friends. This is Joshua James Jackson performing Straight to the Top.
I'm going straight to the top. I'm going where the air is fresh and clean. I know I'm never gonna stop. If you know me, you know what I mean. I can't let Mr. Sorrow try and pull me down. We live for tomorrow, and I have found you. Straight to the top, up where the air is fresh and clean. I can't let Mr. Sorrow try and bring me down. leaving for tomorrow, and I am found you. I'm going straight up to the top, up where the air is, up where the air is, up where the air is fresh and clean.
What?
Joshua James Jackson performing Straight to the Top. That song really puts us in the right frame of mind, I think, for this album. This play as well. The play that Tom Waits called Eraserhead meets It's a Wonderful Life. He says, this is a tale of he writes, this is the tale of an unfortunate American psychopath who leaves a small town called Rainville to seek his fame and fortune, ends up in Las Vegas. It's got a lot of laughs and songs, something for the whole family. Opening soon in a theater near you. There's a little blurb about it. Yeah, it's about this guy, Frank, who, as we had shown before, leaves town. And he gets to Vegas. But the whole first part of this play is a lot of leaving, a lot of songs about getting out of there. And this one, there's let me explain more for a second. So the play it opens with Frank on a park bench in East St. Louis, and he's freezing to death, and he begins to dream of his past life, real and imagined, that kind of got him there. And first he leaves his hometown. He leaves Rainville, and let's do that tune. Oh, here's a good one. So there's a good quote where he says, Frank says, "No wind blows in favor of a ship that has no direction." This song is called Blow, Wind, Blow. Blow, Wind, Blow is being performed, making a Social Distance Live debut. Jade, take it away, Jade.
Prop take.
Prop take.
You
Jade, Brodie, good to see you. Nice to see you again, and thanks for being a part of Social Distance Live. Jade will be back on Sunday when we do the protest songs.
That's right.
So, very cool. All right. Frank is in the bar. He's talking. We're not going to go necessarily step by step because it's such a surreal ass play. But I'll try and help you along a little bit. He's in the bar. He's explaining how he left and all that sort of thing. So he talks with the folks at the bar, his good friends, and talks about one of his inspirations that made him want to get out of Rainville and off to Las Vegas, where the
Time out, Josh. Aren't we doing the scene with Frankie and Tony?
Yeah. Well, you're his inspiration.
Oh, great, lovely.
Yeah. There's a segue. Thanks, Tony. All right, here we go. So I'm saying to the bar, remember that billboard on the side of the barn up in the old Putnam place? I passed it every day on the way to work. I got to know the guy in the ad. I called him Tony Profit. He had on a powder blue tux, and the whole city of Vegas laid at his feet. Man, just like the broken bottles that you pick up in your headlights. It was always nighttime in the ad, and the smoke from his cigarette turned into the tumbling blonde curls of a beautiful girl. And Tony would wink at me, and he'd say,
"Hey, Frankie."
"Hey, Tony."
"This is only the beginning."
There are oohs and ahs from the crowd as Las Vegas showgirls appear.
"Hey, Frankie."
"Hey, Tony."
"Do yourself a favor, Frank. Rainville is just a wide spot in the road, Frank. You make a wish, you keep on driving. Join the Night Brigade, Frank."
Join the Night Brigade. Next up is Temptation. So this song actually plays in the play right after that point. It goes right into Temptation. Temptation is being performed by
Confusion is oh so clear. I can't resist.
Royal Jelly Jive, Temptation from 1957's Frank's Wild Years. Rainville. Oh, what a town. It's a mad town. It's a jungle. I still see myself in the old storefront on San Fernando. 10 miles of bad roads, radiator repair shops. It's a real bone orchard for business, let's face it. The dogs running wild in the streets. Oh, that motel on the side of the road and the cafe on the other surrounded by prison food and mattresses made out of dough. When it rains, the whole town goes mad. It's like a damn border town. The orange dawn slashed up and tangled in the power lines like a demonic ship's rigging. The whole strip took on the feel of some doomed harbor. God, the air is so odd. You feel so helpless way out west. Go west, young man, go west. Those railroad tracks sprawled up the back of the state like stitches. Yeah, thundering out of that switching yard past the backyard fence, bound for Oxnard, Gilliban, Stanfield, Buckeye, all those great urban centers. I'd land in the doorway and make a wish, count the cars, just like I did when I was a kid. Folks trapped, fall in love with trains. At least something is getting out of this town alive. Next up, 5 Cent Coffee performs In the Morning, I'll Be Gone. Take it over.
Tonight I'll shave the mountain. I'll cut the hearts from Pharaohs. I'll pull the road off of the rise, tear the memories from my eyes. In the morning I'll be gone.
I drink 1,000 shipwrecks. Tonight I'll steal your paychecks. I paint the streets across my bed. The birds will all fly from my head, and in the morning I'll be gone.
Take every dream that's breathing. Find every boot that's leaving. Shoot all the lights in the cafe. And in the morning I'll be gone.
I bet $1,000 I have a French companion. I tie myself below the deck. I pull the rope around my neck, and in the morning I'll be gone.
It takes a life to win her, and there's a drum of bourbon. 800 pounds of nitro. His boots all thunder as he plays. There's a stone inside it. Tonight his bones will rise. I'll need a tent to hide it.
And in the morning I'll be gone.
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 Five Cent Coffee. Thank you very much for returning again. 5 Cent Coffee. Doing In the Morning, I'll Be Gone.
Frank and the gang would sit around the bar late at night thinking about what Frank could be, what he was. And this is the song they sang.
Dream away the tears in your eyes. Dream away your sorrows. Dream away all your goodbyes. Dream away tomorrow. Promise when the sun comes up. I promise I'll be true. And just like before, the band starts to play. They always play your favorite tune. And dream away when everyone's gone. Dream away your gray skies too. Dream away when nothing is wrong. Dreams have wishes that are waiting for you. And up ahead the road is turning for you and me. Just like before, the band starts to play. Now there's that twinkle in your eye. And dream away.
All right, that's Sorry Not Sorry performing Frank's theme. Frank's theme from Frank's Wild Years, 1987. Tom Waits, the end of a holy trilogy of Tom Waits' 80s albums. Let's see. So that was Sorry Not Sorry. We've got so many fantastic artists here. This makes me feel so happy. This show. So. Everyone's really great. If anyone can donate, there's a pinned Venmo and PayPal. If you can donate, it'll go to the artists, and we really want to give them something because, as you can see, they're putting a lot of work into this. Except for Sorry Not Sorry, who apparently did this from bed. So, calling it in, folks. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness, this is such a fantastic night. Next up, we have, what do we have next? Oh, Frankie Boots.
Yes.
So we have a real Frank here, actually. This is Frankie Boots, who is performing a song called Yesterday Is Here. Let's just go into it. Frankie Boots doing Yesterday Is Here.
City, and I'm leaving on a train. You want to stay behind, wait till I get back again. Today's gray skies, tomorrow is teal. You'll have to wait till if you wanna go where the rainbow's in, you'll have to say goodbye. All our dreams come true, baby, up ahead. It's out where your memories lie. The road is out before me and the moon is shining bright. What I want you to remember as I disappear tonight: today's gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday's here. Yeah, today's gray skies, tomorrow is tears. You'll have to wait till yesterday's here. Yeah, you'll have to wait till yesterday's here. Have to wait till yesterday's here.
Frankie Boots performing Yesterday's Here from Frank's Wild Years. All right, this is Social Distance Live, and you're you. Things are going pretty good this evening. I feel nice. I love these late night things. It's pretty cool. Get a little punchy, get a little goofy. Good way to unwind. This next song is okay. So Frank's in Vegas. Frank's in Vegas, and he's in his head, actually. He's on a park bench this whole time, freezing to death. But he's in his head, he's in Vegas, where he went after he left Rainville. And he thinks of this woman that he sees. And he says, the first time I saw her, she was like Venus, as in Milo. It looked like she only had one arm, but it turned out just to be the lighting in the club. He fell in love with a lounge singer, and this is kind of the song that they sing. We have Lindsay Gray who performed cello during the York show, and I was like, it was so good to see her again, and together she and I kind of talked about doing this one. So I'm in this, this is Lindsay Gray and me performing Please Wake Me Up. Let's see what it looks like.
I put my chips on her shoulder, running the carnival time. She bought the things that I told her, made her eyes sparkle and shine. Tomorrow will bring in the new year. I know she'll be my queen. And if I fall asleep in your arms, please wake me up in my dreams. Well, her suit, it was all made of vinyl, like nothing I'd ever seen. When all divorces are final, she'll fit right into my scheme. Tomorrow will bring in the new year. I know she'll be my queen. And if I fall asleep in your arms, please wake me up in my dreams.
Lindsay, thank you so much for teaming up with me on that. That was really beautiful and for me to sing over. So thank you so much. That's a beautiful song. So much of Frank's Rogers is about dreams. You heard that in Frank's theme as well, performed by Sorry Not Sorry. And it's kind of in the whole thing, these dreams that you would take to get you out of your small town and where they kind of take Frank, you know. So he goes to Vegas. He goes to Vegas and he gets a job, like you would. He gets a job at a place called Zuki's. Zuki's all-night clothing. And here's a little scene. I'll be Frank, okay? And James will be everyone else. All right. So it's going to start with Frank at Zuki's, and then his manager comes in. All right? Scene. Let's do this. Okay. Act 2 opens. Zuki's all-night clothing. Fashion call! Frank O'Brien for Zuki's, the all-night haberdashery where high fashion meets low prices. What are they wearing in Rome? Plaid, baby, plaid. It's crazy, but it's true. Plaid with moccasins, kind of a mauve, kind of a camel hair. Make a swirl about it. Go crazy with it. I love you, honey. Will you call? Hold everything, okay? Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to sing one of my own songs to you. And it's such a sad old feeling.
Stop, Frank, stop. Now, I told you before, this is not a nightclub. You get the shopper's attention and told them about special offers, what's on sale. No singing. Bring the customers up here, do the routine, show them the dress, all right?
All right, okay. Okay, hey, come on up here, young fella. I'm talking to you. Watch yourself. We're not insured. All right. You look beautiful. Kind of an Eastern thing going on. Whoa, I got vertigo. Hey, what's your name, huh?
Bob.
Hey, Bob. Bob. Where are you from, Bob?
I'm from right here.
Right, okay. Well, why'd you come down to Zuki's for today, huh?
Well, I don't usually. It's open all night?
It's open all night, Bob. That's your strength. Back in the water there. Come on, kid. Get out of here. You bother me.
Hey, Frank, did you sell that paisley jumpsuit? It's not on the rack.
Brad, I'm working the room here.
Jesus, I'm trying to work the room too.
Get out of here. Get out. Get. Come on up here. Hey, you, big boy. Come on up here. I'm talking to you. Hey, big man. What is your name?
Lou Daniola.
Lou Daniola. Where are you from, Lou?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Well, it's very eerie standing next to a guy like you, I'll tell you that. Well, what do we got here? Whoa, it looks like an aerial view of Kansas. We got soybeans, we got corn, potatoes. I grew up right down there, Lou. You here all by yourself, Lou?
That's my wife over there.
Ah, hello, baby. I mean, baby, both of you. You got a baby.
We got 2 girls and a boy on the way.
Ah, new customers. Ah, well, where is he going to shop when he's old enough, huh?
Zuki's.
You bet he is. What brought you down here, big guy?
Well, I wanted to get a jacket, but nothing fits me. I'll have to come back.
Whoa. Slow down, big man. Slow down. I gotta come back. That's what thousands and thousands and thousands of well-dressed shoppers say every day. I like the fit. I like the fashion. I like the style. I like the prices. And I got to come back. Back in the water, big man, back. And it's such a sad old feeling. All the fields are soft and green.
Time's up. A shipment of Swiss things just arrived. Come on, back on the floor, Frank.
You said I could sing. I'm singing.
Yeah, well, maybe later. You know, hey, if you sold many suits as Rod does, maybe we could talk about it.
But Rod doesn't sing.
Yeah, well, you don't sing so good either, buddy. I got news for you. Now, I don't want to discuss it. I've been doing you a favor. Remember that.
You've been doing me a favor?
That's right.
You're doing me a favor. So come on down to Zuki's in Midtown Manhattan. High crime, high prices. And if you want to look like a pimp, come on into Zuki's. And it's such a sad old feeling.
All right. That's it. I've told you and I've told you, you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
Get out of here. Slam door.
Frank, it becomes clear that Frank's dream of this lounge singer was an illusion. She was a cigarette girl selling cigarettes at a casino. It wasn't quite the glamorous life he thought it was. He's out there just slinging outfits late at night. He becomes let down, he becomes disillusioned, and he sings this song. It's called More Than Rain. It's being performed by Jet Black Pearl, making a social distance live debut. Take it away, Jet Black Pearl, singing More Than Rain.
It's more than rain that falls on our parade tonight. It's more than thunder. It's more than thunder. And it's more than a bad dream. Now that I'm sober, nothing but sad times. Nothing but sad times. None of our pockets are lined with gold. Nobody's got the bouquet. There's no dead president we can fold. Nothing's going our way. And it's more than trouble I got myself into. It's more than woe begotten gray skies now. More than a bad dream. Now that I'm sober, there's no more dancing. There's no more dancing. And it's more than trouble. Now that I'm sober, nothing but sad times. Nothing but sad times. None of our pockets are lined with gold. Nobody's got the bouquet. There are no dead presidents that we can fold. Nothing is going our way. And it's more than goodbye I have to say to you. It's more than woe-begotten gray skies now. It's more than goodbye I have to say to you. It's more than woe-begotten gray skies now.
Right, Jet Black Pearl, thank you so much for being a part of this. Let's see, my light was going down. There you go. I think Calais introduced me to Jet Black Pearl a while ago, and it was just thank you so much for being a part of this, Jetty. So, hopefully, that was a social distance live debut. We'll be back for more. Hopefully, we can only pray. I lost the sheet that says what I'm supposed to say next. So, oh, there we go. All right, so after this disillusionment in Vegas, in this fantasy world that Frank is in, he finds himself with a preacher, like a televangelist kind of preacher guy. So Should we do another thing, or are people bored of theater stuff? Should we do that? We'll do another thing. Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, cool. So this next song is going to be Way Down in the Hole with Kiki the Cat. So I'm just going to prep for you by reading this one. Okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Aren't they wonderful? We got Brenda, Jean. We got Brenda. Their little brother Dwayne in the center ring. Hallelujah. All right. How are you doing this evening? I want you to ask yourself, are you in trouble? Is there trouble in your heart? Are you brokenhearted? Are your lips wrapped around some alcoholic beverage? Put it down. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Somebody's burning in hell. Please. Please don't let it be you. All right. I said it once. I'll say it again. I say it every week at the same time. Who's gonna be healed tonight? Here they come. Look what we got here. I feel the spirit in this room. For those of you at home, the cripple that have been brought into the room now, if you'd like to lay your hand on the radio, play along with us. There's a spirit. I want the Holy Ghost to come up here. I'm going to do some healing tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, before we get that, though, I have to tell you what happened to me today.
Organ
I
music.
tell you, I was on my way here to this meeting this morning, and we pulled out of Dallas. I saw the Lord was working his wonders with his paintbrush. Oh, yes, he was, with the many hues on his palette, the fuchsias, the meadow violets, the auburns, the vermilions. Hallelujah. Amen. Well, we were in the Clipper class, the plane. I was seated next to the train. I was seated next to the elderly Indian gentleman. He had ordered the Clipper captain's breakfast, you know, with the eggs Benedict, Canadian bacon, wheat toast. Jesus, he ordered the wheat toast. He ordered the rye toast. My nephew Sheridan had the wheat toast. Anyway, I'll tell you, I like to watch people, and I noticed the Indian gentleman was having trouble with the tiny foil on top of that locks in the freshness on the strawberry jam container. And he fussed, and he fussed, and he fussed with that little jam until I thought he would die. And then, my friends, like so many of us, in our hour of need, I saw a tear of frustration emerge from his eye and make its way down his cheek. And you know, I'll tell you, I couldn't help myself. I snatched the jam container from his hand, I tore open the foil, and I spread the jam all over his toast for him. The Lord sometimes helps us out of the little jams too. Be they strawberry, be they grape, be they mixed fruit. Sure, he's always going for the big picture, but he takes the time for the tiny troubles too. And just like that Indian gentleman, a tiny trouble can do a heap of big damage. Well, let me say to you, Bobby, you say no. Bobby, you say no. You say, Bobby, isn't he like calling a brain surgeon in to take out a splinter? I say no, friends. The Lord takes his time out of his busy day because you're so special to him. Next up, Kiki the Cat singing Way Down in the Hole. Take it away.
When you walk through the garden, girl, you better watch your back. Oh, well, I beg your pardon.
Well, let's talk now then.
Yep, you're on.
Oh, is it now? Okay, cool. Awesome. Hey, everybody. All right. I quit. Kiki, what the hell? That was amazing. Wow. That was fantastic. So, okay, so that was Kiki the Cat performing Down in the Hole from Frank's Wild Years. That's what we're doing. We're doing the full album, 1987's Frank's Wild Years. Such a beautiful album. I hope you all listen to it tomorrow over your coffees and stuff, your cappuccinos and whatever else you're doing in the morning. Next up, we have Michael Fierro. Michael Fierro from Snaps for Sinners did this tune. This is a telephone call from Istanbul. I just want to remind you, though, like people are just blowing up like, oh man, that's so great, that's so great. Make sure that you find these artists and follow them because everyone's coming out with cool stuff. These artists are really active and amazing, as you see, and they all just pitched into this thing out of love. Donate if you can. It would be fantastic to get everyone some money, but I'm sure they'd all really appreciate you going on. A lot of them have albums online. Go to Bandcamp and get them, and do all that sort of stuff. It's this is what this is about. Is for you to see these people and get your mind blown by people like Kiki. All right, so we have and this next one, oh my goodness. Okay, Michael Fierro is from Snaps for Sinners is performing Telephone Call from Istanbul. Telephone Call from Istanbul. Take it away, Michael. Take it away. Here you.
Hey, this is Michael from Snaps for Sinners doing Tom Waits' Telephone Call from Istanbul. Yeah, with 5 other versions of me. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was all night long, broken glass, living in a medicine chest. Mediterranean hotel bags sprawled out across a road-top desk. That old monkey rode a blade of an overhead fan. The paint the donkey blue they paid. I got a telephone call from Istanbul. My baby coming home today. Will you sell me one of those if I shave my head? Get me out of town, that's what Fireball said. I never trust a man in a blue trench coat. Never drive a car with your dad. And thanks Tom Waits for writing that.
Michael Fierro,
So good.
rocking everything.
So good.
Telephone call from Istanbul.
Unbelievable.
So that song shows Frank has lost his dream girl. He has lost his job in Vegas. He kind of ran into this preacher thing. He slowly is losing his mind, and Telephone Call from Istanbul really pushes the gas on that. Takes us up to this place where at the beginning of the play, he's lying on his park bench. And so we're getting closer and closer to that moment now. Next is going to be Cold, Cold Ground, which is a beautiful song for the album. I just want to chime in just for 1 second, just pull the camera back. We only have 3 songs left.
Play the chimes.
Huh?
Play the chimes.
Yeah, we have 3 songs left, so let me just give me just a moment. This album happened 1987, and he goes on tour, North America and Europe tour. This tour was captured, and it's the live album called Big Time. There's also a movie called Big Time, which you can find online as well. And he puts in a whole bunch of songs from Rain Dogs, Swordfish Trombones, and Frank's Wild Years into this thing, and it's beautiful. It also pulls out some of the themes from Frank's Wild Years. This idea of the big time, meaning big clock that we all are kind of popping in and out of when we dream, and big time like being a big star and whatnot, that is kind of in Frank's Wild Years. But one of the main things I want to talk about is that this tour, 1987, was his last tour until 1999, when he went on tour with Mule Variations. There's this huge gap that I find really fascinating, that after he does these 3 big punches in the 80s, transforms himself, finds his new direction. He and Kathleen are creating this amazing stuff. Kind of puts a halt to the making studio albums and the touring. His next studio album would be 1992's Bone Machine, which we covered last time. So there's this huge gap, and you see this change. He actually moves to Sonoma County during that break. There's like this change happens after Frank's Wild Years, where he doesn't feel the pressure to make new albums. He does some theater stuff, but in general, he kind of lets it ride. Moves somewhere with his family, and I find in that another really awesome thing about Tom Waits, this feeling of I never feel like he's pressured to make the next thing. He lets it happen, and I find that really inspiring, that even after he's down to push the pause button and say, we'll come out with Bone Machine in 1992 and not hit the road until it's real proper time. I feel badly that I missed him on tour when he did before, because I don't know, he's going to go on tour whenever he wants to. So he's against the grain again. He's always pushing it and doing his own thing. Like I said, he kind of moves out of the cities that he's been kind of known for into the country in the early 90s, to where he makes this Bone Machine and this kind of romantic, rural, spooky Murder in the Red Barn kind of stuff. But you start to see a hint of that in this next song. This next song is called Cold, Cold Ground, and I think it starts to foreshadow what he would start to do with this spooky Americana kind of thing he'd bring. This even on the album recording, it even shares a guitar sound with, like, which you might hear on the song "Hold On" Mule Variations. So anyway, I see this song as a really important part in the album and also in his career, and I am overjoyed that John Courage has decided to cover this one. This is Cold, Cold Ground. It's being performed by John Courage. Let's hit the button.
crestfallen sidekick in an old cafe. Never slept with a dream before he had to go away. There's a bell in the tower, no grave all around. Don't worry about the army in the cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Now don't be a crybaby when there's wood in the shed. There's a bird in the chimney and a stone in my bed. When the road's washed out, they pass the bottle around. Wait in the arms of the cold, cold ground. 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 There's a ribbon in the willow, in a tire swing rope. A briar patch of berries is taking over the slope. The cattle sleep in the mailbox and we'll never go to town till we bury every dream in the cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Give me a Winchester rifle and a whole box of shells. Blow the roof off the goat barn and let it roll down the hill. The piano is firewood and Times Square is a dream. I finally lay down together in the cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Call the cops on the breed loves. Bring the Bible in a rope and a whole box of Rebel and a bar of soap. Make a pile of truck tires and burn them all down. Bring $1 with you, baby, in the cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Cold, cold ground. Take a weather vane, throw rocks at his head. Stop talking to the neighbors until we all go dead. Beware my temper and the dog that I found. Break all the windows in the cold, cold ground. 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 Cold, cold ground.
John Courage doing Cold Ground from Frank's Wild Years. We were here to do all the songs, and these folks are doing the shit out of these songs. That was fantastic. It's so good to see you again, John. Yeah, a lot of people out there are really into this. Please donate if you can, and we'll get it to the artists who put a lot of work into this, really. So
also, we're going to replay this at 11. I'm going to replay this at 11 a.m. So if anyone is just tuning in now, the entirety is going to be playing at 11 a.m. And you can share the event, and then people will see the link for what's going to be my link for tomorrow will be in the event as well. So if you share the event, that'll be a way for people to check out what's coming on tomorrow for the replay.
Yeah. I'm looking at the comments.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Heidi said Tom Waits did play a few shows in the early 90s. That is correct. I guess it must be. I totally trust you. But I was talking about tours, I guess. Is there an earthquake? Did we have an earthquake?
I didn't feel it.
Or were they talking about John's show, maybe? John's
Maybe.
performance. All right. Anyway. Okay, last two, folks. Here we go. I love this late night thing. All right, so this last one is called the second to last one is called Train Song, and this is how this is Frank at the end. You know, he says Tom Waits said this is kind of a gospel number. Frank is on a bench, really on his knees, and can't go any further. At the end of his rope, on a park bench with an advertisement that says Palladian Funeral Home. And so, this is Frank at the lowest part at the end, and he sings a song about a train. So we have the Sam Chase here performing this song, and performing a train song. So take it away, Sam.
Well, I broke down in East St. Louis on the Kansas City line. I drunk up all my money that I borrowed every time, and I fell down at the Derby. Nights as black as a crow. It was a train that took me away from you, but a train can bring me home. What made my dreams so hollow? I was standing at the depot with a steeple full of swallows that could never ring the bell. And I've come 10,000 miles away. There's not one thing to show. It was a train that took me away from here, but a train can bring me home.
It's Train Song, The Sam Chase performed that one. So, thank you so much, Sam, and for everyone that has made this such an amazing show. I feel lucky to be here with everyone. So Train Song kind of takes us to the end of Frank's story and Frank's life, kind of. I mean, it's kind of left like that. In the end, he's on that park bench, having sort of been swallowed up and eaten alive by the dream machine. And he writes a letter back to the folks back at the bar in Rainville. And he says, "Dear Willa, Dagster, Fitz, and Bongo, Palm Springs has got to be," and he's writing this from a frozen park bench in St. Louis. Palm Springs has got to be one of the most beautiful spots on God's earth. Dear friends, I got up to a place that was so crowded I lost sight of my dream. Or maybe my dream lost sight of me. I don't know. Standing on the corner, waiting for a ride, planning a trip. I'm working on some brand new material. Thanks for keeping me warm and in your thoughts. Love, Frank. Thank you to everyone for performing. We have one more song, and before we do that, we'd like to just let you know what's coming up. What is coming up in the future for Social Distance Live. This Sunday we have the protest songs of protest.
Songs
That's
of
at
Protest.
11 a.m. This is all going to show again at 11 tomorrow as well. And then after that, can I just go, James?
Sure. Yes.
Sunday after that, on the 13th, is going to be Billie Holiday. We've got a Billie Holiday cover show. And then on the 20th, September 20th, we're going to have Violent Femmes cover show.
Yeah.
So we've got Protest on Sunday. A week after that, Billie Holiday. A week after that, Violent Femmes. And then you have some other stuff, right?
Yeah, just so everyone knows, in the interim, I'm going to have Late for the Train and Lee Jones on September 9th, which is Wednesday. So after protest songs, Spotlight with Lee Jones, Late for the Train, and then Billie Holiday. And then I'm going to have Witch and the Wizard Spotlit on the 17th. And then we're going to have Violent Femmes.
So you gotta subscribe to Social Distance Live on YouTube. We need more in order to get our vanity URL, which we really want. I'm sorry, custom URL that we really want. And on the Facebook page, sign up to get those announcements. So should we just go into it? The final song?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just please like and follow Social Distance Live. And this show has been amazing. This is really a unique experience. Thanks, Josh, for doing this. It's been awesome.
Well, thanks, James. This is It is a dream I never knew I had.
Yeah,
it's great.
Totally.
So,
and thanks to the creator of this video, if you want to describe it.
Oh yeah, this is. Do you have a list of everyone who's played, James? Because maybe we should read out their names. Oh, I got it.
Sure. Yeah.
So this. Sam put this together, the same fellow who did that last song. He put together this really beautiful compilation. A lot of the artists chimed in with a take of this song, this anthem that we have not played yet from Frank's Wild Years. It's called Innocent When You Dream. And we're going to put that on in just one second. But I want to thank everyone who performed tonight. We have Sebastian St. James, Joshua James Jackson, Jade Brodie. We have Royal Jelly Jive, 5 Cent Coffee, Lindsay Gray. We have Frankie Boots, Sorry Not Sorry, Jet Black Pearl, Kiki the Cat, Michael Fierro from Snaps for Sinners, John Courage, The Sam Chase, and thank you so much, everyone, for staying up late and doing this. Here it is. Let's just play it. Innocent When You Dream.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Good night.
The bats are in the belfry.
and it's memories that I'm stealing, but you're innocent when you dream, you're innocent when you dream, you're innocent when you dream. That was all right.